A few months ago, during the Women's Cricket World Cup semi-final, India secured an important victory. And one of the key contributors was Jemimah Rodriguez. She played a match-winning knock. After the match, she thanked Jesus for helping her perform. Now, she has got all the rights to express her faith in public. But what happened next is important. That testimony was picked up and widely circulated in the social media, especially by certain Protestant and Pentecostal groups. Using her testimony, Christian groups spread the message claiming Jesus is powerful, only Jesus can do this, He is the only God. So this was no longer just a personal belief. It was being presented as evidence that Jesus alone is responsible for success. That is when I made a video response. I raised a simple question. If Jesus is powerful and if only Jesus can give such success, then what about the many match-winning performances by Hindu players in Indian cricket? Who helped them? If they can also perform at the highest level, then how can we claim that only Jesus is responsible for success? The deeper issue is this. Christians don't have any proof that Jesus is God. So they are always looking for any such opportunity to claim Jesus is powerful and that He alone is God. Now, I want to bring this topic again because something significant happened recently. On March 1st, 2026, last Sunday, during the T20 World Cup Cricket Super 8 stage, India faced a crucial situation. After losing one match and winning another, they had to win their final game to qualify for the semi-finals. They were up against West Indies. West Indies scored 195 runs. India needed 196 to stay in the tournament. The pressure was immense. And on that day, while many star players struggled, one player stood up. Sanju Samson, a Christian player. He played a magnificent innings, 97 runs from just 50 balls, and led India to victory. It was a match-winning performance that made every Indian fan proud. And after the match, Sanju Samson openly expressed his faith. He made the sign of the cross. He looked up to the sky. He knelt down and raised his hands in gratitude. In his own way, he was thanking Jesus. When I saw this live, I thought something. Now this will become another Jemimah Rodriguez moment. I expected the same social media reaction among Christians. The same messages, Jesus is powerful, only Jesus can do this. But something surprising happened. Silence. The same groups that widely shared Jemimah's testimony were now completely silent. They did not highlight Sanju Samson's performance in the same way. They did not promote it as evidence of Jesus' power. And that raises a serious question. Why? Then it occurred to me. The reason these Protestant and Pentecostal Christians do not want to promote Sanju's testimony is this. He is a Catholic. If they promote his testimony, then they are promoting the Catholic version of Jesus. Different Christian groups present different understanding of Jesus, and the Catholic view is rejected by Protestants. That is why they did not show the same interest in Sanju Samson's performance or in how he expressed his gratitude to Jesus. What does this prove? Christianity is not a unified divine system but a set of competing groups, each promoting its own version of Jesus when it serves their interests. The issue here is not about any one player. It is about how beliefs are promoted. If a belief does not have independent evidence, it often relies on stories, testimonies, and selective examples. And in that process, certain events are highlighted while others are ignored. Not because they are different, but because they are less useful. Let's get back to the main point. Does God really help these athletes, whether it is Jemimah Rodriguez or Sanju Samson? No, not at all. If God truly cared about how people live and actively intervened in worldly matters, the world would look very different from what we see today. And more importantly, as I said at the beginning of this video, these Christians don't have verifiable evidence for their claims about Jesus. So instead, they are always looking for moments like this, moments of success, as opportunities to promote their belief. And sometimes, even if it is a Christian testimony, they don't want to promote it because the version of Jesus that testimony promotes doesn't align with theirs. What all of this reveals about Christianity is that it is not based on evidence or logic, but on blind faith sustained through irrational reasoning and internal contradictions.